Good evening all, welcome to the South End Guy channel. Adam, back again with you. This is following on from last week. This is pretty much the last episode I'll do as regards Canvey seafront, or the Canvey marshes, I should say. If you remember from last week, I was over at the Lobster Smack because that had a bit of a colourful history. If you remember Charles Dickens and everything that I mentioned then. So if you can cast your mind back to the last time that we was over here, and I got what I believe was a Viking spirit. Whether it was the Canvey Viking ghost that I was looking for, I don't know, but the evidence seemed to support that. So what we said at the time is we'd come back when it's high tide, which is what it is now. That is high tide. Tracey and Ricky are back with us. Tracey's off on a wander, so if we hear a splash, we know where she's gone. And Ricky's just over there sitting with us, and
hi.
Was playing with dads and rods. And yeah, so just going to go for the usual bits. I've done the bird protection and everything, so we're going to crack on. I'll go back to the dads and rods. We've got my REM pod. As you remember, on the last time we was here, that went off quite a few times. The K2 didn't, although I felt the light was going dim. It might have been my eyesight, don't know. But I'll have changed the battery in that, so we can rule that one out tonight. So yeah, going to crack on. I'll be back with you in a moment. Hello there, so we are back with you. Yeah, as I said, I'm losing my lights tonight, so I'm going to try and keep this as right, I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. Right, now we've got the K2. We're trying to ask the question, if you are a spirit or an entity that's here, particularly if you spoke to us a little while ago. I don't know if you can remember that. I was the one of Viking descendant, so if you'd like to speak to us, we mean you absolutely no harm at all. We are here at the greatest respect. All we do want to do is communicate, so if you can give us a sign, you can come and stand next to us like that. You can set that off, tell me you're here. You can make my lights move. If you're a spirit or an entity that's here and you want to tell me that you're here, and make yourself be known, you can light my meter up, or you can come stand next to us. That's all we ask. Now, we did say we'd come back when it was high tide, which it is. I think we're probably right bang on high tide at the minute. We'll give or take a few minutes anyway. I don't think the water's going anywhere for the next 10 minutes. It is, yeah. Is this what they call slack water? I heard it mentioned once. So, again, as you remember with the last episode that I was here and we had the communication, and I picked up a couple of EVPs. Again, if anyone wants to listen out, I will be doing it for the edit as well, but obviously you guys can do the same thing. Just have a listen out, see if you can hear anything as well. So I'm just going to ask one more time. If you're a spirit or an entity, if you're a Viking, if you came from Scandinavia or Denmark, you can come and tell me, you can come and let me know that you're here. Come and light my meter up. Come stand next to me. Give us any sort of sign that you're here, apart from the fly that's just on me light. If we start hearing some splashing, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm usually quite calm, but I'll probably lose my shit if I start hearing splashing. Because that was a report I probably said before, but that's what was been in a couple of stories that I think it was the fisherman. It wasn't the one the Viking allegedly turned up in someone's bedroom, but that story was going back to the 1920s. Yeah, as I said, the fisherman allegedly see this guy walking out into the marshes, so and then he disappears. So whether we'll get that tonight. If we do, I'm going to run.
hobble.
Oh, hobble, yeah. Yeah, especially after walking around Wallasey. That's crazy. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to get any movement again. However, I will leave this here. So it's in camera shot. We're going to go to dowsing rods.
From memory, it was the dowsing rods and the speaker that worked better last time.
Yeah, it was, and that was going off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's quite possible that it was, again, with from what I've seen with spirits, sometimes I just want to sort of let you know they're here before they move on, you know, or give some sort of communication. So it is possible. I mean, nothing is impossible, as I say. So right, we're going to go to dowsing rods next and see if we can get some response. Okay. Now, if you are a spirit or an entity, particularly a Viking, you can let me know you're here by crossing my dowsing rods. I do not mean you any harm or disrespect. All we want to do is communicate, that's all. So you can tell me you're here by crossing these dowsing rods. Okay, if you're the one I spoke to before, I shall remind you I'm a Viking descendant as well. I'm not Anglo-Saxon. I come from the same area that you did. So all you've got to do is cross my rods and tell me you're here. All you need to do is just cross my rods to say yes, you are here. That's all you've got to do. Cross my rods and tell me you're here. Nothing to be worried about, nothing to be frightened of. I'm only here to talk to you. You can let me know you're here. If you want to let me know you're here, you can say yes, you are here by crossing my dowsing rods. Cross my dowsing rods and tell me you're here. That's all you've got to do. I'm hoping that was a bird. You can tell me you're here, you can cross my rods and tell me you're here. You might remember me from a couple of weeks ago. I come and spoke to you. That's all you got to do, just tell me you're here. Cross these rods. I really do hope that is a bird making those splashing noises. Oh, hello. Okay.
There was a bat way under there.
Yeah. Did we see bats before? Thank you for doing that. There's a couple of big trees behind us, so entirely possible. Right, if you are the same male spirit that I spoke to last time, keep these rods crossed. Don't forget, you can come and stand next to me if you want. If you're the same male spirit I spoke to, keep them crossed. If you are a different spirit, uncross my rods. Okay. Okay, so I think we can take it that you are now. And if you are the Viking male spirit, again, keep them crossed. If you're not Viking, uncross them. If you're not Viking, uncross them. If you are Viking, keep them crossed. So that was a yes then. Thank you very much. If you died in the water, did you die? Are you pointing to where you died? We're shining a light there. Was that where you drowned? Was that where you drowned? I think it's worth coming over with a meter. If that's where you drowned, can you cross my dowsing rods to confirm? There we go. There we go, it's just gone. That's just moving myself, is that? Yeah.
I can hear loads of screaming, but I think that's birds.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just weird at the same time, weren't it?
Yeah. If your spirit is now moving to a different point, can you move both my dowsing rods to where you are? If you are moving, can you?
Oh, they sit next to me.
Okay. Are you next to? If you're next to Ricky, I've got a little machine behind.
Next to me.
If you're next to Tracey, can you point to Tracey?
Don't like you, girl.
So we're back over there. Okay. Alright. I'm just wondering if I should move that REM pod.
What, this one?
Yeah. So that's Ricky that's setting it off.
Oh, that's setting off that.
Yeah. Well, I know that works.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to come and sit next to us, we mean you absolutely no harm at all. I think you know that. If you want to come and sit next to us, that'll tell us that you're here. That noise that you heard will tell us you're here. Can you do that? If you don't want to sit next to us, cross my rods. If you don't want to sit next to us, cross my rods. A bit unsure.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Quite happy standing.
Yeah, okay. So I can hear voices over there. Are you okay with that? That's not us, it's nothing to do with us. Okay, yeah, I think we're right with that. Okay, I'm going to break out my machine for talking to you. Are you okay with that? If you are, keep these crossed. If you're not, uncross them. Okay. A little bit unsure, but it's not uncrossed. Okay.
That's crosses for me, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, so what I'm going to do in a minute is open my spirit box up and we can hopefully talk on that. Okay? It's very good of you, it's very kind of you, thank you very much. Alright, so I'm going to put these down now. Thank you for communicating over my dowsing rods. I'm going to open my spirit box up now and we can hopefully talk. Alright, thank you. So, I'm going to go to the old spirit box again. That's me.
Probably me.
That was me because I'd just got over here like that. So the spirit had just spoken, so that's all we got to do. If you want to come and tell me, here you can come stand next to that. But again, that's communication over there and nothing over there. Just shows you. I'm trying to plug it into that phone, which I know I haven't got the bits for.
It's to your left side.
In the other phone.
That's it, right behind a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more. That's it.
Yeah. Alright.
Is that them over in that building? Or is
Yeah.
someone-
No, there's someone walking over there.
Well, I didn't see no one.
It might be the other side of the wall because I
a
can
torch
see
over
some.
there, so
Yeah,
there's a torch
yeah,
there,
yeah.
is
They're
there?
coming up this way. Yeah. I thought it might be on the other side of the wall because,
Yeah.
as I say, when me and James come over, we were standing the other side chatting and looking over the wall and going, I ain't going to jump down there.
Yeah.
It's quite a way down.
You don't do falls too well, do you?
New. Alright. Me and my Indiana Jones impressions have gone into history. So, there's the little buttons there. Okay. All the way up. All the way up. Alright, back on this app again. Where they gone?
He's walking along.
Yeah, I'll just see some movement. Right, okay. So, yeah, we're going to go to the spirit box next. And before we start, I'd just like to remind you that you cannot follow Tracey, Ricky or myself home. You cannot attach yourself to us, our equipment or possessions. Thank you. Alright.
Hold fast, walk past.
Yeah. Just going to let these people walk past and then we'll crack on.
The pole pulls it on your right.
Yeah, I was going to pause it. I was going to sit here and chat shit and realise it's not on. Right, so yeah, we're going to start with the old Spirit Box app. Here. Okay, is the spirit that I've just been talking to here? Can you give me your name, please? Here. Okay, could you repeat your name? Go on, Bennett. Can you repeat your name for me? It's true. That's true. Dead. Jesus. This is brilliant. Okay. Do you remember me from a little while ago? Do you remember me from being here before? Yeah. Okay. Is this the same Viking spirit that I spoke to before? In Marsh. Do you hear Marsh?
Or was that a marsh?
Could have been. I definitely heard Marsh. Did you get stuck in the marshes? Did you get stuck in the marshes?
Fog.
Sound. Did you get stuck in the marshes and it was foggy? Yes. Is that what happened? Was it foggy? You got stuck in the marshes and the tide came in.
It wasn't field, was it?
It could have been on a field.
Was it marshland back then, weren't it?
Well, it's marsh. The marshes now still, effectively. So is that what happened? Did you? Was it foggy? Can you say yes or no? So okay, just want to double check that. Was it foggy? Yes or no? I think I've got a yes. So it's foggy. Did you get stuck in the marshes? Did you get stuck in the marshes? Help. So it was foggy. You got stuck in the marshes. Did the tide come in?
Is that
I think so. So the tide come in, yes or no?
I keep thinking no.
Keep thinking no. Can we just confirm that? Did the tide come in? Did the tide come in, yes or no? Yeah. So the tide come in here? Yes. Okay. Right. Are you happy for us to be here and talk to you? Are you? Dead. Are you happy for us to talk to you? Yes. Right. Do you remember my name? Do you remember my name? Pardon?
Is that don't know?
Can you repeat? Do you remember?
Paul?
Well, okay.
Start thinking.
I'll double check that on the edit. It said thinking and then
Sucker.
sucker. That's nice. Okay. Are we? And are we safe here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Alright, just going to ask one or two more questions. The sea.
The sea.
Yes. Is the tide in or out?
I heard in.
In, yeah. Do you remember we said we'd come back when the tide was in? Life. Okay. Are you? Okay. Going to ask probably two, maybe three more questions. Except I've forgotten. Yeah. I know you're here. Are you at peace? Are you at peace here? Quiet. I'll just ask again, are you at peace? It was a yeah.
I thought it was Bert again.
Bert. Oh, we're not going down that road again.
Mm.
No, street. You won't be a road, it's a street. Okay. Do you have any messages for us or me? England.
I heard treasure.
Treasure. Did you say treasure? Boot. Is it here? Is there treasure here in the marsh? So yeah. We'll definitely have to pinch Trevor's metal detector. Deer. Eh?
Deer.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have? Are there any other messages that you have for us? Again. One. What's that? What is your message? Okay. Right. I think we're pretty much going to leave that one there because sounds like I've got a lot for the edit to do now. Again. Can you give us any other sign before we go? Are you able to give us any other sign that you're here? Any other sign? Can you move the lights on my meter or come and stand between us?
Is that alphabet?
Alphabet. Okay, right. I think yeah, we'll leave. Right, okay, we're going to leave it there, guys. So we'd like to wish you a good night as well. Thank you so much for talking to us. We hope you rest in peace, and we'll see you again. Goodbye, and don't forget, you cannot follow us home. Attach yourselves to us, our equipment or possessions. Thank you. Thank you.
What's that?
Okay, right, there we go. Yeah, it was a little bit of a follow-on from the last one. Unfortunately, the REM pod hasn't gone off tonight, which, as you remember, it did do several times last time. No movement on the K2 again. 1,000 rods, good response. So yeah, I think we'll probably leave that one there. I may come back to this. I know what I said, but I may come back to this at a future date, but it won't be for quite a while. So I think we've pretty much hit what we can for Canvey Seafront. There's 2 or 3 other places I do want to explore that's more sort of inland. As you know, there's been settlements here for hundreds of years, pretty much like most of Essex, really. So we'll check them ones out as well. So well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and don't forget, obviously, if you do hear anything, or if you do see anything that we might have missed, don't forget to drop a comment below. So we'll see you again. Take care. Don't forget to like this video. If this is the first time you're watching my channel, thank you. Give us a subscribe. Go and watch all my previous content. I've got loads up, mainly paranormal, some other bits and pieces as well. So take care, and we'll see you